Now with NYPD Commissioner Keechant Sewell and the newly appointed Director of the Secret Service, Kim Cheatle, who is joining us for her first interview since being appointed to lead the agency. She served for nearly 30 years before retiring. Great to have you back on the job. Great to have you both here live in the studio.
Thanks.
There's so much I want to talk to you about, but can we just recognize the history right here? Two of the top law enforcement leaders in the country right here. Talk about the importance of this partnership.
We enjoy this partnership year-round, and to be able to do it now with a new director is tremendous. The idea that we are both women in these roles is not lost on me at all. But I think it's important that we begin to normalize women in these roles. Women serve in every rank and position in the NYPD, and if I can be someone that inspires, I think that's important. But there have been 45 police commissioners in the city of New York. I'm thrilled to be number 45. But our mission remains the same, no matter who sits in this role, and that's the safety of all New Yorkers.
Yeah. And how were they able? You were 30 years, you retired, you came back at a time when there is still so much fallout from the January 6th insurrection, including the Secret Service's deleting text messages. So as a new director, how are you going to tackle that?
Well, I feel like you're aging me first. It was 27 years.
Okay,
so, but no, I'm very honored to have come back and, you know, being transparent and making sure that we continue to cooperate with all the ongoing investigations is very important to me. So we're going to continue to do that as an agency.
Is there concern with the midterms coming up in November? Is there a fear of the threats of violence connected to the campaigns?
So we're always looking as an agency, along with our partners, during an event like this or during the campaign, we're always looking at what the potential threats that are out there. We start planning for the campaign well in advance, usually 18 months or so before, building the details and the personnel that are going to be responsible for working those campaign assignments. But you know, we're a 24/7 organization, and so we're always keeping an eye on things.
24/7, the world is always changing. We know that the world is on edge. Here in New York City, we know that crime is up overall 26%. So what is your plan to make it a safer place for all?
So we have had some successes. Right now our homicides are down, our shootings are down, our number of victims are down, but we have to make sure we see these numbers as people. The other strategies we have for crime control are taking hold. We know as we move forward and people start to come back into the city, those numbers are going to decrease. But we have a robust plan to continue what we're doing in the city. But I think it's important to be able to say we have had these successes and to be able to acknowledge what works and what doesn't. We have to be able to pivot to new strategies when we recognize that we're having one area where there's more challenges and the numbers are a little bit more stubborn, but it's working. Every single day, the officers of the NYPD are out there trying to make the city safe. We understand that there's a perception and there's reality, but for us, we have to address the fact that people don't have this sense of safety. Our numbers in the subway are below pre-pandemic levels, but we still have to surge more people into the subway to be able to have that omnipresence people want to see.
As more and more people come back into the city, as the city continues to come back to life.
Yes.
You just came back from London.
I did.
That was a huge security event. So can you take us behind the scenes and what the challenges were to protect President Biden?
I did just return from London, and it was a massive security undertaking. As has been said, the Brits have been planning this for years, and our folks have participated in meetings on the planning and preparation of that. So for us, we just kind of fit into the plan. I mean, we did have certain requirements with the president that we wanted to make sure that we addressed, but we have a great working relationship with them that's been fostered over numerous years. And so I think the visit went very well on our side, and it seemed to have gone very well for Britain. Oh,
lessons learned from that? I mean, here we are with the UN Assembly Week. There are 150 world leaders that are here, and you all are working in tandem. Your two departments are working in tandem. So are there lessons to be learned and how to go about it?
Absolutely. I think after every event like this, we kind of sit back and you know, regroup and take a look at what we did well and what could be done better, and we're always trying to, you know, continue to make those advances.
And how does this partnership work, especially this week?
I think it comes down to preparedness and those partnerships, but it's important to build those partnerships beforehand. We enjoy this relationship every day of the year. We have task forces, we have members that integrate into these, our federal partners, but the public also is a force multiplier for us. So as the director said, we prepare for these well in advance, but the boots on the ground is what makes all the difference. There are thousands of police officers that are out there this week who are protecting the public. having the public be our eyes and ears out there to be able to tell us if something is wrong or something doesn't seem right helps us tremendously. But we work together seamlessly. Our counterterrorism and intelligence bureaus are world class, and we value these relationships, and it actually helps us pull off these successful events.
And thank you for being here, Director and Commissioner.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
27 years. Now, I like that. You're like, don't round up. Don't make
That's right, that's
okay. But appreciate your efforts.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.